Soder, and you're listening to the Best of the Bonfire. Stay tuned to hear some of our favorite moments from this week. You can listen to the Bonfire live every Monday through Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. on Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95, or on demand on the Sirius XM app. Also, be sure to follow us on all social media at the Bonfire SXM.
Hi, it's Jacob, and welcome to the Bonfire's Best of the Week. Big J discovered the long-running CW show Supernatural recently, and discussed with the crew and guest Andy Fiore what it would be like to be visited by the two super hunk paranormal hunters in real life.
You got digging into that Supernatural, dude. That's all CW. There's so much crotch shots in underwear.
I love that.
Supernatural?
No, crotch shots in underwear. Yeah.
A lot of that. A lot of girls swimming with like a weird, frogging out their legs, and you could just see the split. It's pretty great.
Dude, there's
It's been on a long time, I bet.
15 years. 15 seasons of Supernatural. It's wrapping up this season, apparently. I'm on episode 7.
I'm always fascinated with the transition between shows that have been on a long time, that were before the Me Too and after, how the sex.
I was told this, actually. I was told that around season 7, they stop all the gratuitous, like every episode right now, and Christine could back this up, there's a smoking hot chick involved somehow.
Well, it's very damsel in distress every episode. Like, there's always some damsel in distress, and these two brothers have to come save this, like, hot girl from whatever supernatural thing's going on.
It's true. Usually a hot chick doesn't need to be helped. And it just so happens that these two sexy, single, paranormal investigator brothers have rolled into town.
Dude, it would be better if it was like two ugly, sweaty weirdos that actually know about ghost stuff.
Did you ever see Insidious? You know the paranormal team from Insidious?
No.
Usually that. It's usually the old lady who is in Kingpin.
Yeah.
It's the landlord from Kingpin and two like a fat and thin dork who come over in nondescript Men in Black type clothes.
You think Hot Boy?
That's what it usually is. These dudes come over just studded up, and they're like, "Hey, sweetie, I heard." I tell you, it's the beginning of every episode. They go, "What do we got on what's the newspapers saying? What's the news going?" And he goes, man says he was visited the night by a frog man who took his children. And he's like, "Then I guess we're going to Vermont."
Dude, it's great just to think of hunks solving ghost stories, because it's so unbelievable. They're like, "Hey, what's up, hot girl? So that ghost wasn't being chill with you? That sucks."
Bring up the Supernatural boys. I mean, honestly, dark, Christine. It doesn't matter which one gets the mouth or which one gets the puss. Am I right? You know what I'm saying, Christine?
You get it. Chinese finger trap with a wobbly H.
You got to get spit roasted by the fucking paranorms, by Supernatch.
Becky let out like audible sounds when they saw Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a very good picture of me, even.
Dude, if your girlfriend called a supernatural ghost hunter and they showed up, you go like, you know what? I think we're good.
But guys, no, I got it. I said, "What are you doing, Darlene?" I said I can handle it.
Listen, I'll burn some sage and we'll get rid of them.
These guys said that, but these guys are professionals. He goes, "Yeah, I got professional what? Underwear models? Get them the fuck out of here. They don't even have any equipment. They have no equipment.
They didn't show up with a guy with any sort of proton pack or anything."
They said they have salt bullets. He goes, "What the fuck do salt bullets do?"
That's not even a real thing. That's not even a real thing. I use salt to gargle with my canker sore. That's not a real thing, okay? They're not killing ghosts with salt. That's stupid.
They think ghosts better with their shirts off.
Yeah.
I don't know. They really want me to help them get oiled up. I go, "No, this is off. This is off, and the devil is going to possess this house for the rest of the time."
Look how sexy these fucking dudes are. I'm going all over again.
I mean, look at
They can seduce ghosts.
Yeah, dude, they get the ghost. They go, "You sure you don't want to pass on to the other side?" And the ghost is like, "Well, I mean, I guess I could if you take your pants off."
Oh my God, these guys can fit together those fucking those leading to their dick dents like a puzzle.
Yeah, dude. If they lock in, that's how you let ghosts into the world. Is when you lock that together.
If I was gay, I could definitely beat to this pitch for sure.
Is this photoshopped or is that real?
I'm pretty sure it's real. The type says Supernatural, the best series ever. It looks like
it looks like a calendar.
Yeah, actually, it looks like from a trapper keeper.
Yeah. Come
Mr.
on.
December.
And he's not even the hot brother.
He gets pretty hot.
As he gets
Look at the one where they're dressed up as hot priests. They look like stripper priests. Like if that showed up, you'd be like, "Oh, Father, for I have sinned."
Are you ready to take your pens?
Amen.
Oh, man.
Giveth and the Lord cometh.
Letter to the Corinthians. Thou is horny.
Risen.
Yeah. For he has given us his only begotten son.
What woman is not going to say they have a ghost? Of course you're going to say you have a ghost if these guys show up.
It's just
Go door to door. He goes, "Sir, do you have any paranormal crimes?" Like, why? He goes, "We solve paranormal crimes." He goes, "Yeah, I probably got some. I hear some like little weird ticky-tock things in the night if you guys want to hang out for a bit."
He goes, you'd be surprised at how many women's houses are still settling. There's no ghosts.
He goes, "A lot of ghosts pick up on sexual energy, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to sit here and beat off a little bit. I mean, if you could help me out, that'd be great, but I understand. I understand you're the client. I understand you're the client."
Listen, I don't want to be unprofessional, but usually midday I like to do 100 naked push-ups. Do you mind if I do those in front of you?
You can tell I'm getting totally down if my dick hits the floor.
If I'm having a good plump hang, this house is definitely haunted.
Hold my dick against my belly so I can do push-ups without breaking my dick in half. This is how the show basically starts, by the way. It's her walking around in her panties and like a half top, and then the brother comes to pick the other brother up and goes, "Hey, dude, Dad's out hunting again, and he's missing. We have to go find him." And his girlfriend's like, and he's got to be like, "Sorry, babe, I got other things I have to do." Sorry.
So why didn't they just call the show Hot Ghosts?
The girl doesn't even have like a fucking, like an overt reaction to her Annie. She's like, "And this is?" It's like, "My brother." And she's like, "Cool, you guys want to talk for 3 or 4 minutes while I'm just sitting here with my moose knuckle?" And every time he just keeps fucking other girls, they always end up fucking him because he has that moment in the show where he goes, I'm sad since my girlfriend was killed in a paranormal way."
Hi, it's Jacob again, and show favorite Jessica Kierson checked in with us and shared how the quarantine is affecting her life.
Jessica, how's your quarantine going? You doing all right?
Horrible. I'm miserable. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also grateful. It could be worse, but it has not been easy, to be honest. It's so weird. In the beginning, I really missed stand-up, and now I'm so grateful I'm not doing it.
Really? 'Cause I kind of feel the opposite. Where at first I was like, oh, it's kind of relaxing to not have to go on the road every week, and I'll be able to watch movies at night and do stuff. And now I'm desperately itchy to do stand-up comedy. I've been trying to listen to old sets to work on jokes, and I'm like, oh, listen how many people are in the room. That's a danger. It's weird.
I think it's just being like, honestly, not to be depressing, but it's being like down. It's hard to be creative.
Yeah, I haven't had much thoughts of like what I would write a joke about or anything at all.
Yeah, we've been lucky to have this kind of outlet, which has distracted us and been able to watch, stupid things or other things to make fun of that has nothing to do with what's going on. And I think that's helped a lot.
Yeah,
for me, at least.
The thing that's helped is being creative. That's for sure. Also, I've been binging, which is great at the time, but then the next day I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Look at Christine laughing. I mean, she's not laughing, but she's smiling because she knows what I'm talking about. I said I'm going to end up on my 600-pound life after this.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we're all coming back full bodied. I'm gonna be like an overfilled water balloon of soup. That's how my whole body is gonna be. It's gonna be fucking jiggly and weird.
Oh, me and Christine, we don't even no one even argues. We do grab a box of donuts and and then we look at each other like one of us gonna be the adult here and say we shouldn't grab this, and it's like, well, we can grab it. Christine's face, the face Christine made at me last night when she goes, "So do you want donuts or not?" I was like, "Yeah, Christine, but listen," I go, "we've already been grazing on junk all day." I'm like, "So one donut a piece," and she was like, "What?" She was so upset. I went, "Yeah, we got to do one a piece," and she goes, "Well, then what two do you want so we can split those two so at least we get a little bit of different kinds?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever ones." That's just she was angry at me for going please, let's not just. Christine's like, "Well, we're gonna split 4 donuts. This way we get a little taste of each kind."
Every bag of Oreos I've made, I've been like, well, this will work for about the whole week, and then by day 2, I'm like, it's gone. It's just dust.
Everything's gone. The other night, Danielle, I secretly eat because she gets mad at me.
Yeah. You gotta sneak in the other. Do you, Jessica? When you sneak in the other room to eat, do you like start eating and go like? Do you do the thing where you go like, oh, like as you put it in, you're like,
at what I did. Middle of the night, I woke up and I panicked that there's this virus. I have no career, so I went in the bathroom. This is bad. This is like it's bad. I went in the bathroom with my bag. I sat on the toilet with my pants on, and I had my bag next to me, and I was looking in my bag for a big bag of almonds. And I ate 2 protein bars, almonds. She walked in, she goes, "What the fuck?" In the middle of the night, she goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I said, "I'm sorry." She doesn't get it. She's like, "You have a major like you're gonna have to go away. You have in the middle of the night, I'm sitting with my bag next to me with food everywhere."
That's what Christine's, by the way, is you're hitting such a nerve with her, because Christine would wait for me to go take shits and showers so she could eat all the candy. And then her face of despair when I said to her, I go, "Where's the little Hershey's eggs things?" And she goes, "I ate them all." And I went, "Well, what about those candy covered Junior Mints that you said you didn't like?" Goes, "I ate those all too."
Didn't like it. Doesn't matter if you like stuff or not now. You just fucking eat it.
I mean, every single person in quarantine is behaving like the scene in Tarzan where they take him out of the jungle and try to make him into a person.
Greystoke?
Yeah. Like every single person's like, "Get down from the shooters hanging on the ceiling." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
There's a dog. Everything was alive in this house, I'd fucking eat. I swear.
Christine's just a monkey in a tuxedo eating candy all day.
You go, "You can't humanize these people. They're fucking..."
We had a house plan, and he's been looking for it for days. I'm telling you right now, if I'm waking up in the middle of the night and eating out of my bag secretively in the bathroom, things are bad. I need to look at that.
Hey everybody, this is DJ Lou, and on this week's Quarantine Lost Tapes, we had Joe DeRosa on, and they discussed their fears about the quarantine, and then for some reason the conversation turned sexy. Take a listen.
Every morning you wake up, I was telling Jay today, I'm like, they're burying any good news, anything nice that has, like Cuomo saying there was a potential drop off in deaths. That stuff's all getting buried down, and they're hitting you every day with not only buckle up for the worst 2 weeks, but New York is the worst place.
Dude, it has people calling me.
Strain of it, I can't do it.
I get it, because I'm getting calls from people that like people in my life I haven't talked to in forever, and they're like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "Because on the news they're saying coronavirus is going door to door and butt fucking everyone in New York." And you're like, "No, I'm okay. I don't think anyone's doing that." Like, I've been in the apartment for 2 weeks, and that's a lot. But they're like, No. I heard it comes to your house, and it makes fun of the one thing that you don't like about your body, and then it just fucking makes you feel like shit. But it is.
Hip hop, which used to be my favorite news source.
Yeah.
They're all about the gloom. First of all, black people have adopted the theory that none of this coronavirus is real. It's actually 5G network is what's doing that. It's so crazy.
The 5G network conspiracy theory is the dumbest and my favorite theory. Where it's
what is that one?
And by the way, I'm actually a 5G skeptic, because I remember reading all these articles last year that they were testing 5G in China, and they found out that 5G was really bad for pregnant women. It was causing cancer in certain people that lived in the 5G towers. And they were like, and the phone companies and all the internet providers were just rushing it in America to get the 5G active in the United States, because it was, faster speeds. The companies could charge more. So they started doing it.
Do you need your internet to be?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. But in Astoria, I want to say 5 months ago, this group put up all of these pieces of these pamphlets on, Jacob, did you see them? That said, this is a proposed 5G site. Go to this website, and it was the problems with 5G. It was all up and down my block and near the grocery store, near the C-Town. And I was like, oh shit, this is kind of like the article I read. But then the coronavirus came out, and then everyone's like, dude, this is 5G spreading it, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense because all the things I've read about 5G are it causes cancer, it causes cell mutation, and it causes all this. But like a virus, I don't see how are they saying that it causes this.
They're saying 5G is the reason we're all so susceptible to it, is probably what it is.
Oh, that it's lowering our
defenses, maybe.
You know what'd be really funny is if you guys
made Jacob panic. I saw Jacob just gave a panic breathe.
Yeah, because he wrapped himself in his blanket. Oh no! If
Jacob looks like he's getting ready to tell his followers to now drink the Kool-Aid together, so we could all die.
Jacob,
put on your special sneakers. It's time to meet the comet.
Jacob went to his happy space. Jacob, go to your happy space.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of every time I cough, I think I have a dry cough symptom.
Yep, me too.
Oh man, last night Jay called me just because we were talking about how much fun we had doing Live Aid with DeRosa and Sal, and he called me, and dude, I was on the couch going from sweating, taking off my sweatshirt, being cold, and I felt like tired and just like, oh shit. And I was like, man, maybe I'm sick. I was watching WrestleMania, and I was like, man, I don't know if I feel all right. Then by the end of WrestleMania, I was like, oh shit, this has happened twice to me, where I've been like, am I sick? Is this it? Am I about to go through it? And then I'm just like, oh, no, not really. Maybe I'm just a paranoid bitch.
If I don't take Xanax when I go to sleep, I wake up in the middle of the night sweating profusely.
I've woken up every night at 4 o'clock.
Then I'm cold as shit. And I got to get under and then as soon as I'm under the blankets again, my palms are sweating all the time.
Well, I mean, I've gotten I've woken up, I think, every night 2 hours after I've gone to sleep. I wake up and I can't go to bed. I piss. I'm getting morning wood like a sumbitch. Anyone else just back fucking boners in the morning?
My dude is dead, dude.
Me and Christine had a half-hearted pork sesh last night.
Yeah.
It was
half-hearted?
Yeah,
you're an asshole.
You guys warmed up some leftovers?
Yeah, you can see me and her were both jittery and uncomfortable last night, and then it was just like this, I guess.
What's funny is the new post-coital thing to do is just check your phone for bad news. Just after sex, you roll over and you go, did you see this? Taiwan, everyone's dying.
I'm with Dan. I've been super horned up.
This is DJ Lou again. Here's another clip from the Quarantine Lost tapes. Right here is the guy's opinion of the original Superman movie starring Christopher Reeve and the lovely Margot Kidder. Enjoy.
Jay did research about 21 Jump Street, and we're rewatching it and found out that the town in Jump Street that this whole story is based is called Metropolis. And I was like, dude, how cool would it be if this was in the DC universe?
Is it a Warner Brothers show? Is there a chance it is?
No. 21 Jump Street does not take place in the DC universe.
It would be cool as fuck if it did. Dude, it'd be so cool if it did.
I got Johnny Depp's going to be like, hey, because I think somebody said they've been robbing stores, but nobody can see the person because they're moving too fast.
He goes,
another guy, they just found this kid at a school has a ring that can make anything if he just thinks it.
Oh, man, hey, listen, Captain Gordon, just get off my back, all right? You're never going to be commissioner. Not in Metropolis. Maybe if you move to that shithole Gotham. Yeah. But I don't think you're a good cop.
You're a good cop, but you don't have enough gadgets.
Hey, Lex Luthor, you're a pretty cool kid at this school. What's going on with it?
It can't be. How can it be called Metropolis? That's insane.
It's called Metropolis. And by the way, what's the state you're wondering? It's called Evergreen State. I'm gonna double check that right now. Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure someone made that up within 15 minutes on the phone. They go, "Hey guys, we need a name for the town, just like for clearance," and they're like,
Metropolis, Evergreen State in the United States, but it's filmed in Vancouver, British Columbia, which you can tell very easily.
I don't know. I mean, I get the idea of like this could be anywhere. The children aren't safe no matter where they go to school. I get that whole thing, but to call it Metropolis is as crazy as calling it Gotham City. That's fun.
It would have been ballsier if they called it Gotham.
He goes, guys, are there any high schools that need crime solved? Let me check the Daily Planet.
Yeah, he goes, oh, look, Jimmy Olsen took a big, cool picture of the new library being built.
Lois Lane's my favorite reporter. She really gets in there with the good stuff.
Clark Kent's a real dildo. Too bad he doesn't have any secret talents. Anyways, I'm going to go undercover. Should I wear glasses? No one would know I'm undercover if I just wore glasses.
Christopher Reeve was fucked over in life well before that horse took his ass out.
Before it bounced him, before that he bounced him off walking.
Give him you give him 4 movies where fucking at her best a fucking 5 Margot Kidder.
Dude,
I mean, anybody in the world when you see him crying, holding her dead body, and he has to turn the world back, goes, "You're gonna turn the world backwards for this fucking average chick?
You're gonna turn this back for this wet sock?" He's like, you could have had
Superman, dude.
Dude, you're Superman, which means you definitely have a super dick. But that's how you like. You know,
he turned into such a pussy in the second movie. He gave up his powers for her.
Yeah, you know how
he got the shit beat out of him in a diner because he had no powers. He just was a total pussy.
Yeah. By the way, turn the world back before he even tapped it once. Hadn't even tapped it yet.
That goes to Jay's full ball theory. I think if Lois would have let him get a nut, Superman doesn't turn the world back. Superman goes.
He's the Justice League.
The second movie, and then gives her his powers up. He loses his fucking mind even more after he bangs her.
Yeah,
dude. What about Superman just goes into space and jerks off, and they're like, "Superman, what are you doing?" He's like, "Shut up, leave me alone." Over his shoulder, just in space.
He jerks off.
If you never saw Superman and someone just goes like, I got invited to this party. He goes, "Do you want to see Superman and his girlfriend, dude?" And that's what walks. Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder walk in the room. You're like, I don't know why I was picturing a much hotter couple. Hey, I don't want to be a dick. Am I being the only dick here? But they look like two boring parents.
He goes, you got to hear them together. They are so fun together. They have a lot of fun together.
Most of the best game nights.
Hope you enjoyed this week's Best of the Bonfire. You can listen to the show live every Monday through Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. East on Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95, or on demand on the Sirius XM app. Be sure to follow us on all social media at The Bonfire SXM.